Hello, welcome back to Tale 3 Cabins. It's been a while since I've been down here in Southern Ohio. We had our 2-month trip out west, and we're still trying to readjust to being back at home. Got a few projects going on at home, and those are slow going. A lot of things to take care of when we got back. Trailer was filthy, all my stuff in the back of my truck was filthy dirty. The truck was filthy dirty. So little by little, I've been cleaning everything one by one, all my containers and all the gear that we had in the back of the pickup truck. I have an opportunity to come down here and cut grass. It's the first time I've been down here since, I believe, early February. So it's been quite some time. I did have Don come down in mid to late April and cut the grass for me, and it wasn't too bad. That was a month ago, so we're going to see how bad that is. When I left Northern Ohio, though, it wasn't too bad weather-wise. Sun was out, partly cloudy. Temperature was pretty decent down here. A little bit of a different story. Overcast, looks like they've had some heavy rain. In fact, I see the high water sign is up, so I don't know if I'm going to run into issues when I come around the bend here, if we're going to have a little flood in the road, or if I'm going to be able to make it through without having to worry about driving through a flood or going around the other way. So that's what's happening, and as I need to come down and just check on things. Seems like we're okay water-wise. Didn't go over the bank, so I think we should be in good shape. Although the creek is high. One more trouble spot coming up, but I think we're in the clear. So I will meet you at the house. I'm going to get things situated, set up Starlink, unpack the truck. I brought a few things in the bed I need to unload and put inside the cabin, get situated and organized, and I'll be back with you in a couple hours. That's just a force of habit from the previous cabin. Of course, you don't live down here full time, so when you come, you want to check up on things. If you were here full time, you'd be keeping up on your pest control and all that stuff. But I do a quick once over, look for mouse droppings or bugs. Ladybugs are certainly down here in Southern Ohio, like they are just about everywhere else. They're technically pumpkin beetles, but I go around and just check everything out. Got my little routine, open up all blinds just because I want to see some nice sunshine and see the outdoors. All right, so I have my mouse poison up there, and it looks fairly untouched from the last time I was here. It might have been disturbed a little bit, but there's plenty up there to go around in case we do have more mice trying to infiltrate through the bathroom vent. As I mentioned earlier, the ladybugs, usually they come out during temperature changes, so when it gets warm in the spring, they come out. When it gets cold, they hide again, get a little warm spell, they come out again. Usually they like to hang around the windows, so I find most of them around the windowsills. Alright, cooler can stay. It's kind of rainy last night, so I just set things up really quick. Only took out what I needed out of the car. I have a few items that I got from my brother-in-law who passed away last fall. Just some odds and ends that were at the house. There's a grill. A little nicer than what we had. A little bit nicer than what we have now down here. One thing I like about this, of course it's a Weber, which is a good quality, but it is sealed up pretty tight. So the only way for a mouse to get in here would be to have this left open. Also had this little kit here, which tells you how to fillet stuff and butcher stuff. So if you were to process your own deer, I don't know how sharp this stuff is, but he had it. I brought it down here, and I don't know if I'll be processing my own deer. This was his fire poker. It's lightweight, it's not going to burn, so I thought I'd bring this down here too. And charcoal grills, so that'll go with the grill. It's a good size. You get a lot of charcoal in there. I do have one down here, but it's a little bit smaller. This is like a thermarest, a self-inflating mattress, and occasionally we come down here to watch the meteor showers, and we set up right on the hillside here. And it's nice to put a little mat down if it's chilly out, especially in the wintertime, December, November, during the Geminids. It's nice to set up a little mat, get a sleeping bag out, you're nice, comfy, and warm in the sleeping bag, and you're looking straight up at the stars. So I brought another one of these, or if somebody is going to be sleeping on the floor. You can always use more bug spray. And then some bleach. Occasionally we have to clean out our little water tank, especially the one over there underneath the shed that we use to pick up water, to just throw a cup of bleach in there and kind of sanitize it a little bit. Once in a while we'll throw some bleach down into the cistern. That's what that's for. This is my drag rope that I had from deer hunting, and when I brought the deer back, this was all bloody. I washed it at home, and it's been hanging in the garage drying out, so I brought that back. This was in his garage, and I don't know if you probably can't use a large caliber bullet on this, but I think it's mostly made for air guns. And then I made this bench, which we used in our mudroom for quite a few years, and then we remodeled and got a different bench. And this has been sitting in the garage now for a while. Now, I know it doesn't really match the decor of the house here, but it might come in handy to stick mudroom right over there. Make a little bit more room. People can sit down, put their shoes on, store some shoes and stuff underneath. I got my pressure washer. I might gussy up the ATV a little bit. Other than that, most of this stuff I can just work out of the truck with. I don't need to take it out. Even though it was a little wet in the evening yesterday, I still got the lawnmower out and just cut mostly where I walk around here to get to the shed and back, and up to the house and around the house a little bit. Just so it cuts down on the possibility of getting ticks and just to knock things down. But today, we've got to take care of a lot of overgrowth. All right, good morning. Just finished the most important meal of the day. It's time to get some things done. Last night I finished weed whacking the whole front of the yard area here. And I'll tell you, that's really a pain in the butt. It's very time consuming. It's very physically challenging, especially being on a slope like this. And it's just kind of a nuisance. And I know I've talked about this for the last couple of years since we put the house up here. There's no really inexpensive way of taking care of this. So I actually was very seriously thinking about getting one of those remote control lawnmowers, and I'm still thinking about it. If I can get a deal on it, I'm even offering to do reviews on some of them, and if I could hear back from somebody, I'll test that out and see how it does here. I think it would be the perfect testing area, especially since we only come down here every 3-4 weeks in the summertime. It's the end of May right now. As you can look out, I think I've pretty much completed cleaning up the grass here. I mean, I could have done a little bit better job, but I think it's pretty good right now. So we're good on that aspect. I'm going to stay down here one more day. I got some odds and ends I want to do. I still need to do some pest control things. So I need to check the mouse bait stations, also spray for some bugs. And I think I'm going to try to get some water. Now, I checked the tank yesterday after I weed whacked around the tank area, and I opened up the lid. Things look good. We went a whole winter and spring without any contamination in there. I think the tarring that I did during the previous year has really helped out a lot. The water looks nice and clear in there. It doesn't appear that we lost any water. And we're right here, a little over half of the tank is full right now. But I think what I want to do is, over there is your water tank sitting under the overhang. And I could probably get away with just using this, what's left in the tank all summer long. But I don't want stuff accumulating in our water tank that we use to go get the water. It's going to be a lot of hot days, cool evenings. There's going to be condensation building up into that tank. I thought the more I use it during the summer, so every time I come down, maybe I'll just get a load of water, just kind of rinse it through when I first fill it up, and try to keep the inside of the tank as clean and getting any algae or any kind of buildup on the inside of it. Rather than sitting for the whole summer and letting things grow and build up in there, I thought I should probably just go and get a load of water. The only trick is going to be me getting the tank in the back of this truck by myself. But I think I can do it. I know I got it out before. We'll give it a shot. Okay, we are committed. I'm going to get one load. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, if you're going to get one, you got it back there. Why don't you get two? So we'll see how that goes. Got a few other things I want to take care of before I leave. I also want to go on top of the hill, check out the blinds, check out the feeders that are there. Also take a look at the spring that's flowing, just to see how it is this time of year, how much water is flowing out of it. I still would like to tap into that spring. I know I've talked about this for a while, but I really didn't want to do anything until I knew that our tank was fairly secure from getting any kind of contaminants inside of it. So if I do tap into a spring, that means I'm going to put another hole into the tank, and then actually a second hole for an overflow. In the back of my mind, figuring out maybe how to take advantage of that spring certain times of year, but not leave it hooked up to the tank all the time. I'll ponder on that a little bit more. It'll be more important to see how much water is flowing out of it right now, because maybe I could just hook it up seasonally, or just while I'm down here and let it fill overnight, or let it add water to our cistern overnight. Just one of the many things that add up on the list of all the properties. Years ago, when we just had the house in northern Ohio, you could devote pretty much 100% of your free time to maintenance and upkeep and any improvements you want to do on the house. And then of course we get the place in southern Ohio. Well, that takes a percentage of your free time away. And there's certainly upkeep and maintenance throughout the years. It's a little bit better right now when it comes to the structure because it's fairly new, but there's still a lot of upkeep around the house that we have to do more of than previously with the old cabin. The old cabin, I could get about 98% of the grass cut just sitting on the riding mower. Well, now we have more grass to cut, and it's in a lot more difficult areas to maintain it. It takes a lot more time. I go through more fuel than I used to on the riding mower. The mower takes a beating more than the previous mowers have taken. That adds again to your free time. Then you throw in another cabin down in Tennessee, that takes into more of your free time. And then probably another good chunk is we got the trailer. We just went on a 2-month trip. There's more of your free time. We're juggling between these 4 areas, doing the best we can. Always got a laundry list of things for each one that we want to take care of. I need to stain the cabin down in Tennessee, so I'm going to try to do that hopefully in November. We would like to tear out the deck in northern Ohio and get rid of the deck in the backyard and pour a nice concrete patio back there, and maybe set up a little gazebo area, but that's on the list. We'd like to put a deck in southern Ohio, and again, I kind of would like to put a little gazebo up there too. So just dividing between all these properties and activities we have, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this, but it is very time consuming. But we'll keep chugging away. Okay, so I could probably get away with doing this maybe 4 times a year, possibly 5. This is 300 gallons, so we're talking about 1,200 gallons a year. Now, we're down here about 30 or 40 days out of the year. But I can't imagine if you're living down here full time, doing laundry, have a family of 4 or 5, and just having to go through so much water with this method. But I see so many people in town here driving around with their pickup trucks and trailers that have a large water tank, sometimes 2 or 3 of these, and a trailer coming here on a weekly basis. Okay, there's the first dollar. I thought I'd take the first 5 gallons and fill up this bucket and use this later on to clean the UTV and the lawnmower, but also rinse out this hose since it hasn't been used in a while. While I'm waiting for the hour and 15 minutes it takes to fill up the water tank, I'll just bait some of the mouse traps and do some more pest control around the house. That filled up the tank enough that I really don't need to go out and get another load of water. So we're good till the next time I come down. Even though it's only been about 3 months since I've been down here, there are some more obstacles in the way of the UTV path. It did not take long for the next obstacle. I didn't bring a regular chainsaw, and this is a little bit heavier than I want to try lifting. I thought I could snap this, but it's really not given, and I think I'm going to put so much tension on it, something bad's going to happen. All right, so we got the 2 blinds swept out. Looks like some critters got in there, and mostly chipmunks or possibly mice. Didn't do any damage, but left some calling cards in there. And I think we were talking about building another blind this year, but I almost think that we should spend our time just kind of refining these a little bit. They might need a little bit of tightening up when it comes to weather, just maybe some caulk, maybe a little stain on the other one, and then also we need to really work on these windows, come up with a good foolproof method, because if there's any complaints, it's usually that the windows are too high or too low, or they make noise, or they're hard to pull up or pull down. So I think maybe just refining them later on this summer or early fall would be the best thing to do right now. All right, it's a little muggy out here. It's definitely a little buggy. I've been on the lookout for ticks the whole time I've been down here. This is my last good pair of pants. The other ones got pretty messed up when I was weed whacking yesterday, so I want to keep them clean. So let's go back down and wrap things up. All right, that is about as much out of the 5-gallon bucket as you are going to get. Okay, that's a nice way of trying to conserve water when we're always watching how much water we're using. In a 5-gallon bucket, it's not a detailed job. There's no wash and wax here, but it cleaned things up pretty nice. 5 gallons of water between the 2 of them, and if I need to really do a good job on it, I just have to bring them home and take care of it. But that got most of the dirt off. All right, so that was quite the extended episode. A lot of things going on down in Southern Ohio, just normal, everyday things that need to be taken care of. We're probably going to go back to California next week. I want to share some things that we did over in Yosemite. Yosemite was a national park of very tight squeezes in more ways than one. We'll get back to some of the things that are going on here, back to a little bit of tractor work too, but this has taken a little bit longer than I anticipated. I still want to share some of our 2-month trip, some of the things that we did out west. We need to come back through California, Nevada, Utah, and then we'll make a beeline home. But for now, that is going to do it for today. I appreciate everybody watching. Hope you enjoy and subscribe to these videos. Click on that little bell when you want to know when a new one is coming out, and keep an eye on us. Take care, everybody.